Okay. We got the Jizo statue. We went into the house. Now we need to make our way back to Hinako's house. Right? I think so. I think that's what we have to do. But if I'm lost, which I am, don't hold it against me. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy running through the woods. I got out of work a little bit early today. I feel like I didn't really do much, but it was just because I was in the reporting mines all day doing reporting. And, like, that never feels substantial until it, like, is, if that makes any sense. Like working on reporting is, like, just the worst. Okay, I was going the right way, I guess. Am I stupid, guys? Am I dumb? Working on reporting is, like, one of the worst, most boring things, because 95% of making reports is just, like, pulling other reports and copy-pasting them into the same document. And that is really boring. Aha, here we go. Okay. I feel like there was more up here to look at. Also, you guys will be so proud of me. I actually charged my controller for once. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy to believe. But I actually did it. Hi, Piecemeal. Pregnancy monster. Give up some offerings in a second. Yeah, okay. I knew I was at max. I just didn't trust myself. Ugh, I can't read that name. Is that Big Cash? Hey, Big Cash. I really wish that I could, like, manually override what colors it's allowed to choose for chat. I could change the chat style, but it's such a pain in the butt. Hi, Narik. Does the sword... Okay, this is like me... Literally, I haven't streamed in so long that I've just forgotten. Is the sword next to a name isn't moderator. That's... Twitch Turbo? Subscriber? I think the star is subscriber. It is mod. Okay. Turbo is the battery. That's what it was. That was interesting. The reason why I asked is because I was like, I was looking at the badge and I was like, did I make Narik a moderator? Or did I forget to do that? That's how long it's been. Because I was like, I looked at it and I was like, I swear Narik is a moderator. But if I forgot, egg on my face. The gotcha forced all the streamer knowledge out of my gray matter. God, imagine. Could you believe? All right, the last Ojizo. Photo attached to a research journal appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ebisugaoka. In the Edo period, lightning struck the divine tree, leading people to believe that its spiritual power was lost. They then turned to worship the next oldest object, the Inari statues. It might have been for a 24-hour stream. Yeah, I think it was for the 24-hour stream. Thus, the people of Ebisugaoka began worshipping Inari-sama. However, the sacred sword predates even the Inari faith. If the oldest object was to become the next object of worship, then it should have been the sacred sword. In other words, if the sacred sword is discovered, it will without a doubt undermine the very foundation of local beliefs. Hi, Haley. Gap says, this is what having a job does to the brain. You have no idea. So true. So true. I mean, it has been a bit of a whirlwind lately, and having a job has not helped that whirlwind. Nerd says, I don't think I've ever used my mod powers. Don't say that. Tell me that you've banned all the bad guys. I don't care if you haven't. Just make me feel like I made the right choice. So, because we haven't really played since some of these patches, it might be actually a good time to mention that they actually removed some of the pregnancy monsters from the game because there were like too many of them, or like they made it so that you can run past them as well. So like I'm pretty sure this pathway was blocked before when we originally played, but if you noticed, it wasn't this time. Zan says, every time I've been a mod, I'm usually a ninja, usually take them out quick and quiet. I was gonna say something and I totally fucking forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on. Give me a second to think about what I was gonna say. It was about pregnancy monsters. There's less of them you can run through. Oh, and they also decreased the amount of like just in general encounters where you're forced to fight through enemies, which is kind of cool. He's really done it this time. That husband of mine is always quick to brandish the knife around when he loses his temper. Letter to Kumiko. Who is Kumiko? But this time he went too far. He threw it at Hinako. Did he even stop for a second to think what might happen if it mangled her face? We've already read this one. Sorry, Kumiko. I know I'm always complaining to you. Disappointing. So my guess is I have to get the next Jizo statue before we enter Hinako's house. That is my assumption. You knew it. I fucking knew it. Why is it... That was weird. Why is it like not letting me hold the button? That's really weird. Hold on. Do I have... Hi, Ruben. Do I somehow have, like, turbo enabled on the left bumper? No. What the heck? That's, like, a problem that I should deal with right now, but... might take a second. It's like actually hard. There we go. Here, I'm gonna turn off this controller actually and see what the heck is going on. Damn it, I didn't turn off the controller. I accidentally put it in pairing mode. There we go. There we go. God damn it. Why is my radial button not working? This is gonna drive me insane. Oh, God. No, it's just my shortcut menu that's broken. Look, it has nothing to do with the button. The shortcut's just bugged out. What the heck? I'm sitting here wondering why it's not working. It's just the game. It's the menu itself is broken. What the heck? Time to learn some more 4D chess, teaching stuff for Lancer since you'll be running it. Oh, that's cool. I hope you enjoy running Lancer. Lancer's a really cool system. Gotta keep running back to these things because I have so many... Gosh darn. So many gosh darn healing items. Mm-hmm. I'm usually watching on my phone, so the moderator experience is worthless, or is atrocious, says Nuri. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Just make sure to ban someone every once in a while, just to keep chat on their toes. Just make sure no one gets too comfortable. I missed whatever Ruben said that got people giving him attention. Don't give him too much. Them, sorry. Haley says, I've been exploring Japanese exclusive games for the past week. It's been... Oh, what have you been playing? Character etched in stone has been undecipherable. Dang. Sorry, Ruben. I'm normally better about that, but I'm just on autopilot. That was just no reflection of you. That was my bad. I apologize. Oh, Haley's been playing Yu Yamidori Tankentai. Good luck. Good luck with that. That's a good game, but that's a hard one. That's a hard one, because you have to be real good at reading Japanese for, like, half of the things in that game. That game kicks ass, though. That game is very cool. But also good luck. That's tough. Getting all the endings and stuff is, like, very complicated in that game. Playing via emulator so you can pause and look up stuff. So, oh, hi, Milo. It's been a minute since you've been in here. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come on, Mimo. Come on, Mimo. He's looking around like he's waiting for someone to jump him. Come on, Mimo. He's being weird. So even though, like, obviously, like, using Google Translate to translate Japanese, like, isn't great, Google Translate's optical character recognition is actually really good. So if you ever need to just, like, look up a kanji that you're not familiar with, and you don't have access to something like Yomiwa, which is like a app for doing this, or Yomiwa isn't giving you good output, you can use the Google Lens to, like, pull the kanji, or like the Translate Lens or whatever, to pull the kanji out. Just set the language, instead of from Japanese to English, set it from English to Japanese. Using Google Keep for the text grab, yeah, that's great. Piecemeal says, what's N5? So the N5 is the, I don't mean this in like a shade way, but it's like the entry level, the very earliest, lowest level form of Japanese proficiency. And every single time you take the JLPT, it'll be scored 1 to 5 based on how successful you are and like how fluent you are. Or rather, you take different versions of the test, right, to get your qualifications. So N5 is like the first level, and then N1 is the last level for fluency. Or at least, there's like a different term for it, but it's like operational proficiency or something like that. I should know that, but yeah. So when someone says, oh, I'm taking the N5 or I'm taking the N3, that means they're taking like the different levels of test to get their proficiency license. But I mean, if you're already, even if you're using like Google Keep and stuff for it, if you're already playing games in Japanese, like even if you're looking stuff up all the time, like that actually, and you're like able to parse things, your proficiency is probably a lot higher than even your testing will stress. And granted, there will definitely be gaps in your knowledge, because that means you're learning language a little bit more organically, which is like what I did. But that water is for cleansing old and dirty things. Correct. All right, I need to find the picture. I really like learning languages, but I'm bad at making time for it. That happens. Biggest Achilles heel with Japanese is grammar a lot of the time. If you need something to do repetition for grammar, the website Boon Pro is really good. BUNPRO. Look it up. It's good. Yeah. That's not to say it ain't tough. It's tough. It'll be tough forever. But, hey, we found it. Dad's old kitchen knife. Father's old tuna filleting knife. It's now completely rusty and useless. So, I'm actually really glad I found that. Okay, so clearly the tuna knife doesn't need to be cleansed. No. Okay, cool. Hi, Zept. Welcome back. Godon verb conjugations can eat your whole ass. Yeah. You'll figure it out. I promise you, like, at a certain point, it will just click and it will make sense and you'll be able to do it intrinsically without worrying about it. Like, verb conjugations and stuff like that, like, are on the lower end of difficulty once you start getting into the more complex grammatical structures. Clinical trial. It has now been 2 weeks since I began taking Kakura Makakura. I've observed no significant physical changes. If anything, I've been falling asleep and waking with ease. I have lucid dreams, an average once every 2 days. When I do, I feel neither the passage of time nor exhaustion, which allows me to become lost in thought. However, today I was met with startling results. In my dream, there was another version of myself who spoke to me. Seems the residents of the town offered their old kitchen knives and other tools to the Ojizo-san so they can be put to rest. Okay, so my... Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Divine tree. Okay. Yeah, Jizo statue, not Jesus shrine. I know. It says, it's been really rewarding to get to the feeling of just looking at a line in Japanese. My brain goes, I know what's being said here. I've been studying for 3 to 4 years, so only seriously the past 2, and it's been really picking up. Yeah, you'll probably find out that your Japanese is, like, a lot more fluent than you realize. Especially if you get to that point where... sorry, my throat's all gunked up. Especially if you get... Oh my god. They're all dying as I walk up to them. That's very cool. You'll probably get to the point where you're, like, a lot more comfortable than you realize, because you'll be reading multiple paragraphs of text or, like, playing a game, and even if you don't know, like, the specific words, you'll be able to parse the meaning of a sentence generally, even if you don't know the individual, like, aspects. And that's, like, when it starts to cement in your brain that you're able to think in the context of Japanese rather than just know the definitions of Japanese words. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think if I were to take the test, I'd pass the N2 with relative ease. N1, I need to study more, just because my kanji recognition is not great comparatively, but need to figure out how to best do listening comprehension. Literally just watch anime in Japanese without subtitles, or play games in Japanese. Honestly, like, with subtitles, but I mean, like, in Japanese subtitles would be really useful. Gacha, you play gacha games. You play gacha games. You can play Genshin. Just putting that out there. Sword time. Hey, look, the 5Gs are there. Hey, this isn't a gacha person. I really try with ZZZ. Alright. Can't hate. I'm trying to think of, like, but visual novels maybe could be good. Visual novels are really good for that. The ones that have voice acting. Trying to think of, like, other games with, like, reading Minako in Japanese. Don't do that. That's really hard. An ancient sword that harbors a malevolent energy deep within its steel. Even if the blade chips, the mysterious power that resides in it will restore the weapon to its whole and unblemished sight. It's the Master Sword! While it is sheathed, the sacred sword will recover durability when you attack enemies using other weapons. While you cannot use a sacred sword to focus attack, your gauge will remain untouched if you attack while focusing. Oh. However, if you are attacked while in this state, you will automatically block the attack and be forced out of focus. You can perform a counter while wielding the sacred sword using right trigger as long as counter is possible, even if you're already in the middle of an attack. Wow, so it's the fox arm. The sacred sword is the fox arm, basically. Very interesting. We're gonna purify it, though. Go on, girl. Oh, damn. Maybe I'll try the new Arknights thing when it drops. That could be cool. Arknights has good Japanese, I think, because the base language for voiceovers is Japanese, if I remember correctly. Like, they got Japanese voices before they got Chinese voices, so. Which isn't super uncommon for a lot of gacha. But the only reason why I was suggesting, like, Zenless or Genshin or Star Rail is just because so much of it is voiced that you'll, like, always have the subtitles there to fact check if you need to. And you can control the pace of the text. But you could also, like, play Persona in Japanese or, like, you know, like something like that, I'm sure would be fine. If you like watching anime and you need Japanese subtitles, you can search for Kamigami or Kamigami subs on Kitsuneko. You can download the subtitle files for whatever shows you're watching, and they'll have Japanese subs. Kitsuneko is the subtitle repository. Kamigami is the subgroup that makes Japanese subs. I'm making a safety save here because I can branch off and not have to replay the game entirely to get the next ending, I think. I'm not sure if it will stack, but we'll have to see. Not purifying the sword would give you the third ending? Yeah, I assumed. Oh, shit. Back off. That's why I wanted to make the second save point there so that I could do a run where I don't have the purity and one where I do, but I don't have to replay the whole game up to that point. But I don't know if that stacks because I think you need to just do it all on a single file to get all the endings properly. I'm not sure. You know if Kitsuneko, says Haley. Well, that's good. Where is the path? Where's the path through? It's down here, I guess. God's damn pregnancies. All these pregnant women. Okay. I can never remember if I'm going the right way. The dog is just like peeking his head into my room because all 3 cats are in here. But he can't fit through the crack in the door on purpose. Okay, let's see. What the heck? I've got to be able to purify this, right? Wanikani, Renshu, and Boom Pro. All of those are good. Good work. Do I need to go all the way back to the shrine? Is that even possible? I don't know if it is. So I think I'm cleaved off right here. Like, I think I need to... Is Scratch still yoinking things for his nest? I mean, he carries stuff into his thing. Hmm. Can't remember if I've missed it or it's still doable, but there's something else you need to do to be able to purify. Well, I think I've done everything I need to do. I think I've taken all the steps. It's something in the shrine world? That would be disappointing. I see. I might need to reload. Zeb says you can reload a save and not cause issues. Okay. Well, then, if it's in the shrine world, I guess we got to figure it out. I don't know why my menu button's bugged right now, though, still. It's so annoying. Let's see. Where do I need to go? Because if there's something I forgot to pick up in the shrine world, where would it be? Not in any of these rooms. And we're going to have to go back through all that stuff, which is really annoying, but that's fine. That's fine. It's more important that we do this than that we don't. Because I thought I'd done everything here. Because I, like, purposefully looked for everything. And, like, revisited places I, like, couldn't... Like, that there was, like, nothing in. But... There's one of those hidden wall door things. Gotcha. Okay. I will look. If I missed one, that's going to be hilarious because I opened every other one. Or maybe I opened it and then just did nothing with it and was a big dummy. Wow, I really did not lose that much progress because realistically, the difference in time between this save file and the last one was like 20 minutes. That's like sad. That's really sad that I spent like a whole day playing 20 minutes of in-game time. Can you imagine? Jeez, guys. How pathetic. What the freak? Where the freak are we going? Okay, I'll find it. I'll find what I'm looking for. I love this subtle shade from Zept being like, you can go back without losing progress. It's like, yeah, because I've made no progress. Because I'm a big dumb idiot who hasn't done anything. I've done fuck all jack shit in the past 2 episodes of gameplay. Oh my god, an antique comb. Those are pretty few and far between. Was about the endings, but I'll take the funny. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I could, well, I'm going to assume that I missed something here in this shrine. Because that's why I reloaded, because I was like, oh, okay, Zeb says it's fine, we can do it. So if it's not fine, that's on you, buddy. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. There we go. Wait a minute. What? I thought there was a way out from over here. It does look like there's a key item in this area. Yeah, I believe there is. Because that's what Haley said, was it was in the shrine. Just imagine all the extra content I'm producing. That is true. I'll just make this episode extra long, though, so that people don't feel like their time is wasted. And then it'll be fine. This was after Hinako entered the house, right? Am I making that up? I don't know if I'm making that up or not. I don't think there's anything up here. Haley says I double checked, it's definitely in this section. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. I'm glad that I've been doing rolling saves then, because imagine if I had saved over this and, like, didn't have the ability to load a save. It's not this, is it? Because I thought I was just here, but no, I was in, like, a different section of this part of the shrine, wasn't I? Yeah, I was, like, lower, I think. What the freak? Where are we? Always got to rotate your saves just in case. Yeah, that's what I do. It's my guiding principle. I just always try to make sure. What the fuck? Did I properly go here before? I don't think I did. Trot, girl. Get your jog on. Scurry. And now I'm back in hell. Okay, where are all of the areas? Oh, is there a spot right there that I missed? In the center? How do I do this? Let's see. Because, like, there's, like, this spot. Right here. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe here? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oops. Why won't it let me hold down buttons? Literally no input is counted as being held. Unless I'm using my keyboard. Why, game? Oh, that's annoying. It's fine. I'll use mouse and keyboard. It's okay. I'm a versatile gamer. I don't know any of the buttons on mouse and keyboard, but okay. It seems self-explanatory. I think I can do it. Excuse me? Where are we going? Nothing. Big fat nothing. Have I been here? Yes, I have. Wait a minute. Wasn't this not here before? Huh? Is the game playing a trick on me? Am I being tricked right now? Is the game baiting me? The horror comes from the game not working properly. So true. It happened. I will give them credit. The game... oh, motherfucker. Oh, hey, look at that. I will give the game credit. The game does seem to perform a lot better now than it did. Because when we first got it, it was not running well. And now it runs fine. How do I, okay. How do I transform the arm on keyboard and mouse? You know what? T. You know what? These keyboard controls are fine. We're gonna play on keyboard. All right. Let's see. Now, what would the focus button be? Not that. Not that. Not that. Control. Okay. You know what? We'll take it. Haley says seeing Silent Hill F again makes me want to play it again. Do you... Have you not gotten all the endings, or do you just want to replay it? Sorry, I did not mean to sound so incredulous about that. It's just like... surprised. Oh, your partner played it. Gotcha. Neat. Is this a puzzle? This is a puzzle, probably, right? Mandate of the clan. Upon the rock, our ancestors built a shrine, naming it Heaven's Benediction, so it could serve as a sanctuary for our clan. My controller fell over. When Heaven's Benediction falls, the wrath of the depths shall rage against the heavens themselves, and both man and land shall face calamity. When the time comes, the glory of Higa's gods shall wane, heralding too the end of our clan. It is the duty of our family's head to ensure that Heaven's benediction will prosper for generations. It is the fate of our family's head that shall prevent calamity from ever arising. He who seeks crimson water which banishes evil. Okay. When the Shishi-Odoshi strikes once, let the bell chime. Thrice shall the bells ring to speak the gods of this land. Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss lies a slumbering water dragon, born during the age of gods and sealed away by our ancestors. Deprived of the water dragon's spirit, the once lush great tree has met a withering fate. Okay. That was the right one. That's 3. And yet our mortal world is ever-changing. The age of gods has passed, and the powers of heaven have withered. Such a living sacrifice may no longer suffice to quell the wrath of the deep, so our ancestors saw fit to place a seal of immense power upon the being below. Upon the water they set a great stone. Now the being remains sealed away, unable to break free of its prison. However, earth cannot endure forever against the might of water. As its power wanes, the seal shall break. When the wrath rises once more, we shall be powerless to stop it. So I heard 3 knockers. Okay. I heard no knock that time. Or I did hear a knock. Hote-sama sitting cross-legged. Agura no Hote-sama. A medicine bottle with Hote-sama, the monk, engraved on it. Contains a red liquid. It's Aglafotis. And look at that. That's a white dahlia. That's what those are. You see that, guys? You see that shit? Can't catch me sleeping. What's the journal button? This one. In ancient times, when people believed fevers were the result of demonic possession, this infusion was considered a miracle cure that was capable of dispelling evil spirits. Though the original formulation has been lost to time, historical documents indicate that it took an extraordinary amount of time and effort to prepare. Senensugi, we've actually read all about. Believers' world and the god's realm are not impervious to change. No matter how revered a god may be, their believers can choose to worship another god, or the religion could prove impossible to preserve in its original form. The Tsukumogami faith, where one would worship old things, shifted over to the Inari faith once the object of worship changed to the moss-covered Inari statues. I'm sure that a mix of Inari faith and Tsukumogami faith is only one of many cases. And once 100 years pass, who knows, the Tanuki statues of Shiragaki could become the next object of worship. Sakuko's dream is to restore the shrine to former glory, but would such a thing even be possible? Can't really imagine all the town's elderly residents climbing all the way up there. People here used to worship the 1,000-year cedar, Sennensugi. Now they pray to Inari statues. I'm starting to think that rather than some revered god, maybe we humans hold more power because we choose which god to worship. Did I do it right? Or is there, like, more to that puzzle? I feel like I figured it out. I feel like it's fine. There's more to the puzzle. Nani? What? Oh, nice. No, I probably missed it. Where is the Shishiodoshi? Oh, there it is. I can see it. It's very clear when you do it right. So there's water, there was fire. Hold on, let's look at this. Let the bell chime. Thrice shall the bells ring to speak the legends of this land. Okay. Trapped under the great stone in the lake's abyss. Okay. They all have, like, things on them. I'm trying to, like, read the lanterns to see what's on them. That's a mountain. That's waves, I think. That's a tree. That's fire. And that's also waves. Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss lies a slumbering water dragon. Born during the age of gods and sealed away by our ancestors. Deprived of the dragon water spirit, the once lush great tree has met a withering fate. So I think tree is last. And then, so wait. It's stone, water, tree? All right. Huh? Huh? I ran out of time. I'm going to try to do them all within one fill, I guess. I don't even know if it's possible. That is objectively fire. Okay. And that's a mountain, so that's irrelevant. Huh. Okay, did I get one of them wrong? Is the stone actually the mountain? Ah, it was. Okay. Now my question is, do I need to do anything now? According to the writings of the Iwai family, whose members have served the people of Ebisugaoka as physicians for generations, only infusions prepared using the traditional method can truly be called Agura-Sama. Anything bearing the name in the modern day is merely snake oil. True infusions are said to be a double-edged sword, both a miraculous elixir and a dangerous poison. That is, if one harbors any guilt inside their hearts, then not only shall the infusion cleanse you of any evil spirits, but will also destroy your very self from the inside out. Oh, okay, I did it. That's cool. I really like the Agura no Hote Sama Agura Fotisu like connection. It also turns the purifying water in Ebisugaoka red. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. Is there anything here for me to grab? I don't think so. Maybe? Arare. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight fucking Rinko again, aren't I? Let me run to a save point, and then when we pick back up, it's gonna be like when I pick back the recording back up, it'll be where we were prior to doing all this, I guess. And I'll just be ready to purify the sword. It's like the viewers don't need to rewatch me. Motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, you know what? None of this shit is necessary. I really didn't need that many medkits anyway, but it's fine. It's probably going to be really boring to watch me run back to the save point. But that's like the easiest place I can get my mouse out of the game window. I'll make it a little bit simpler. It's easier to do endings 2 and 3 just from redoing your save. Gotcha. Okay, I'll do that then. That's pretty simple. It's this way. Right. Nope. Nope. So wrong. Couldn't have possibly been more directionally incorrect. Just redo your save for endings 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do to save myself some time. Ending 4 requires new game plus. Okay. Gotcha.